Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
Helganquil!
Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
I knew there was something off here!
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game. A wall to shield from calamity.
Inside me, yours to be let free! Back to your blade! Kisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Now! Dragon Swarm!
Hitting pile driver!
There! I'm not done! You're finished!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you!
We did it!
As impressive as always. Now!
Here I hope that was improved.
No, I mean, you're even better. I've never seen Shion actually look flustered. Alphen.
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Danan slaves?
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this. But if it happens again, you won't find me hesitating to act.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over. We have to stay the course.
A six-armed giant.
I thought there'd be more dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helganquil, seeing as there's little actual land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down to the center of the planet?
Hey, these guys built Lenegis, remember? They probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for? We haven't seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of Renna. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the Great Spirit. To think of the promise their accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you think we could have got along with them? You know, if we had met under different circumstances. Like
all of us, you mean? I suppose it's difficult to say for sure. We don't even know if they would see us as being on an equal level with them or not.
I think we may have had the chance once, before the Renan Great Spirit came along and changed everything.
You and Alphen both share an optimism. A strong willingness to believe in hope.
Do you think that's foolish?
On the contrary, I should like to take a leaf from your book myself. In tragedy's aftermath, hope is all we have.
Just look at the size of that thing. The Helganquil's technology certainly is impressive. And they don't seem to do things by halves either. In the past 300 years. No, even before that. Just how many people, Renan or Danan, do you think have ever seen this?
Regarding the past 3 centuries, at least, I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this. Sometimes I wonder about your priorities.
I can understand where he's coming from. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't strike you as sounding just a little bit, oh, I don't know, far? There has to be a quicker way to get there, right?
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips, it seems pretty unlikely that they'd make that kind of journey on foot. There must be some kind of device somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out how to use it.
Borrow one of their contraptions? You're either brave or out of your mind.
If it works for them, there's no reason it wouldn't for us. Why make things harder for ourselves?
You know what he's like, Law. Once he gets an idea in his head, there's no talking him out of it.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Burn! Lion Heart! In a bind?
This is gonna need all of us together!
Dragon Form!
Exploit the enemy's weakness.
Explosive ring! Barrier!
Okay, here I go.
I'm out of ammo!
Smash you!
Back into the fray! Roar!
Elusive deity.
No escape!
Eating pile driver.
Tornado drive!
This one keeps charging us.
That's what my shield's for. Get the height.
This. Done. I'll leave it to you.
Got it! Now's our chance!
Simply incredible.
Celestial Runner! By the power of
Try harder. Dragon Swarm. Erupt up. Elusive deity. This one's all mine. Try harder. Not a chance.
explosion!
Not a chance. Breath of life. Heal my weary companion. Cure.
Glacial Steel!
Dragon Form.
Here's evil!
Try this.
Illuminate the dark!
Explosive ring.
Holy stuff!
Air
Radiant Pierce! Photon Laser Ray! Waters of
Bloody
freedom!
hell. Dragon Form.
Dance Immortal Droplet! Lunar Corruption! Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Denied! Now you see what I can do!
Radiant
break
Flow!
right
Radiant
up.
Flow! Where are you going?
Elusive deity.
There you go! Don't let up!
No dawn shall
Thunder
break
Blade!
this night.
Thunder Blade! Annihilate!
Eagle.
It's about
Watch
to
yourself.
strike!
Dragon
Sense
Swarm.
incredible
Look
power.
sharp, everyone!
Lightning condemned! Thunder Blade! Blah, blah, blah! In here!
Negative
Burning!
These electrified kids. They smite with black and
Searing Flame!
Dragon
In a bind?
Dragon Swarm.
More where that came from! Mental Blade! Electric Dam! In here!
Dragon Swarm. Eat this.
Annihilation! More for the power of flame! Finish without a trace!
Take this! I can carve through armor!
Radiant Spear! Shooting Star!
Dragon Swarm.
Graviton Spear!
Try harder.
I break
Elusive deity. Dragon Swarm.
Hitting pile driver!
Searing
Eagle Ray.
Outstanding form! Eat dirt!
Dragon Swarm.
Where are you going? Get on in there with the others!
Captivity. Now,
Take
while it's
this.
reeling.
Take it down! This one is almost in the bag!
Not done
Heal
yet.
my weary
It's just
companion.
falling back.
Then it's time for you to do what you
You
do
must
best!
be tired of healing me. I'm merely doing what I can. Glad you're on us.
They're not playing around!
Here comes the big one.
Back from dark abyss! Whoa! Hey! One at a time! Lightning Orb! Raging Cascade!
Surges through me.
Arch Fire! Snow Bomb!
It's on.
Glacial
of
Spear!
darkness.
Here's evil!
You may be strong,
I'm going
but I'll
to
never back down.
Heaven and earth!
Benediction light.
Radiant Unveiling Dancy of Lightning! What divine
Denied!
Try harder.
Lunar Corruption!
Dragon Swarm.
Wreak havoc!
Burn.
Lunar Blast!
Masterful dash!
Dancing War! Not in your dreams!
Plasmite! In a bind?
Annihilation!
Dragon
Mark
Swarm.
down this!
Try harder. Dragon Ghost.
I'm ready!
Yes, Alpha!
In an instant. Impact Clock.
Well, we beat it in the end.
Let us harvest what we can use and take it with us.
Built for the sake of it and then cast aside. How sad.
I wonder how the Renans avoided being mind-controlled like the Helganquil. Do you think it might have something to do with the fact that they were originally Danans?
I'd say it's likely, which is pretty ironic when you think about it.
Ironic?
The Renans have committed grave injustices against the Danans. But it was all of their own volition, not because they were being controlled. Now, it turns out they themselves were once Danans too.
Which must mean that the root of their evil isn't the Great Spirit, but something inherent in all of us. Our free will.
Now hang on, though. It was that same free will that allowed Xion and Dohalim to choose to fight alongside us. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to beat hatred and forge all those connections we've made. Free will is what saved us, right?
Law's entirely right. In any case, it certainly can't hurt to look on the bright side every now and then.
Yeah. Where there's hope, there's a way.
What'd he say?
He said, without a doubt.
Is this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control.
What the? Where did they come from?
Less worry, more action. Concentrate.
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts. Really get on my nerves. This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! More sequels?
Keep calm and take them down.
I shall ensure you survive this. Allow me to help you.
Dragon Fury! You can break that fear. Here's the evil.
Leave the
I'll
charge
be
to
saving
me!
it now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
I'm ready!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Dance in the wind! Reinforcements? In here!
Take this!
Dragon Flame!
I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Resonate with you more? This one's mine!
Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Radiant Light! Here! Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Radiant Light!
I'm ready! Turn the tables on him.
There are still more left!
Right. No time to hold back.
As impressive as always.
Where I hoped I was improving.
No, I mean, you're even better.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops!
With this, I can become even stronger!
Even in such a harsh environment as this, there are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rena? Or could they be Zoogle somehow?
Whatever they are, they're dangerous.
An opponent like this should be easy. Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
A wall shield from calamity.
I'll take you all on!
Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more!
You think that pit stretches all the way to Rena's core?
If that's true, and if we go down, we should...
This will be a delicious piece of cake!
March on!
This is how you never
Inside me!
fit!
You're
Take this!
Searing flame!
Dragon Swarm!
No dawn shall break
Do it!
this night.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Was that a new skill I saw back there?
Indeed. Well, sort of. Actually, it's a family staple harkening back 8 generations.
Maybe you can just write all this down?
This grows into trash. March on!
Eat dirt!
Now you see what I can do!
Damn it!
Two heads! That's not even fair! Radiant Dark!
Prepare to be sealed, Fleet's foot. Actually, sound is more appropriate.
Let's talk more doable! Came between heaven and earth
with the earth!
Mega Red! A wailing death!
In a bind?
Annihilation!
Back to the grave! Resonate with the earth!
Annihilation!
Incineration wave! Dragon Swarm!
Without a
Try this!
Explosive ring!
I'll heal you all!
Dragon form!
Let's get you all touched away! Healing circle!
The flame inside me!
Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry.
What would I do without you?
Dragon form! Bloody howling!
I never miss! Photon, the waters of creation!
Explosive ring!
Portal droplet!
Amazing.
Dragon form!
Lunar blast!
Try this!
Lunar blast! I'm all backed up! Ready to go! Annihilate
Dragon
nature!
form! Come out!
Astral energy!
Say no more. That astral energy was incredible.
I gave it everything I had.
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
These structures don't look like anything built by the Renans. Or even what we saw in the Forbidden Zone.
Perhaps this is the true architectural style of the Ganquil. Or perhaps the opposite, given their situation.
You mean...
Gotta break through!
Can't get out of this!
No escape!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Big strike! Here I go!
Incineration wave! I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Remember to tell me if you need healing.
I expect you'll be in high demand if that's the case.
Those thorns.
I'm not letting them get in our way!
This might be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
Hi, Zoodle!
Here I come! Dragon form! Try this!
Now, let me go. Why'd you heal me?
To
stop you dying?
Right.
Need to pull my
Flame of
Easter!
Raging cascade!
through armor! Try this!
Magic is there!
Explosive ring!
Boost of regeneration!
Dragon form!
Don't
Try
suffer in
this!
silence.
Explosive ring!
That deer is in the
This one's
soil.
mine!
Awaken and reclaim!
Too much to handle!
Dragon form!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
I'm in your debt.
The water of creation!
Focus, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry.
This one's all mine! Explosive ring!
Now!
What in the world?
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
No complaints from me.
An opponent like this should be easy. Nothing! I'll take you all on! Dragon form! Explosive ring!
Shield from calamity.
Dragon form! In an instant! Impact clock!
Remember to tell me if you need healing.
I expect you'll be in high demand if that's the case.
That equipment should come in handy.
Get lost! Of course it's this way! First aid! Radiant blood! Searing flame! Reload!
Order won't save you! Dragon Swarm!
Mega ray!
Try to
In a
brave
bind?
inside me! You're to be let free! Not today!
Lightning! Down!
Dragon Swarm!
Dance in the wind!
Begin!
In here! I'm not running around! Saving this way! I never miss!
Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Regenerate! Don't suffer in silence!
You must be easily. I'm merely doing what I can.
Glad you're on out.
Dance! Immortal droplet!
Dragon Swarm! Try this! I'll blind you into stuff! Explosive ring!
In a bind?
Take this!
Banana!
Spirits with it. I've used too much.
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Step back! This one's all law!
Gotta break through! Grant me the strength!
Stay calm. I shall provide
Can't hold
assistance.
on much longer!
Try it! Back hit time!
Falling to die!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
The water
Now!
creates a
Dragon
generator!
Swarm!
Dance! Immortal
Ignite!
droplet!
Rhapsody of Darkness! Dragon Swarm! I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
How much longer will our healing arts last? We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
Little help! Water!
Dragon Swarm! Try this!
Shield from calamity.
Explosive area!
Fall into thy own death!
You're mine!
Finding anyone?
You!
Primed and ready!
It's over!
Where are you going?
Dragon Swarm!
Lightning orb is here! Dance in the wind! Radiant here!
Take
Between
this!
heaven and earth!
In a bind?
A water dance of lightning! By the power of water! Divine savior!
Rhapsody of Darkness!
A
Thrilling performance.
Eat this!
Now or never. Breath of life.
Dragon
Feel
Swarm!
my weary companion.
Sleep now.
Can't get out of this!
This'll come in handy. Healing circle!
Okay, here I go!
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
They might let me see what I can do!
Alright,
Execution!
now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
This will be a delicious piece of cake! I'm going to need to use this one's mine!
It can hide itself?
I'll heal you all!
Amazing!
Purge malevolence!
Try
Take one!
Damn it!
Ready to you up high.
Explosive ring!
Flame of fury!
No further.
Burning
Here I come. I'm not done. Eat dirt. Begin. Catapult. Dragon Swarm. I'll grind you into dust. Explosive ring.
The fluidity of your move is simply incredible.
Dragon Swarm.
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
There you go, Alvin!
It's time to end this battle.
I'm right beside you!
Now you see what I can do.
Dance in the wind! Air
Dragon
thrust!
Swarm.
This one keeps charging us.
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it. I'll leave it to you.
Winds of heaven!
Dragon
Daring
Swarm.
blast!
Try
Into
this.
the fray! In here!
Explosive ring.
By the power
In a
of
bind.
flame, I'll be safe without a trace!
This one's all mine.
Creation!
Ignite.
Astral art?
That's my cue!
Swarm.
Shut him down.
Magic is air!
Elusive deity.
I'm ready to do it, my... This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Remember to tell me if you need healing.
I expect you'll be in high demand if that's the case.
What do you think this place was for?
What the hell? Are they asleep?
No. They appear to be well preserved. However, they are all dead.
Dead? So this is a mass grave?
Looks that way. However, none of them appear to be Helganquil.
Bear in mind that Renans were originally Danans, who were remade and sent to live on Lenegus. Knowing that, they would have needed a place to perform the procedure somewhere.
And that place is here, I assume.
So what you're saying is that all of these are Danan, or rather, Renan bodies?
Most likely, yes. It must have been abandoned for one reason or another.
There are so many of them. They were all taken away, but never given the chance to wake.
What is that thing?
Something we have to fight if we want to get across, it seems.
Be careful! It's huge!
What is with all the huge lumbering beasts lately?
It's no ordinary dude. That much is damn sure.
Watch yourselves. All bets are off when it comes to this thing. Stardust!
Come
Mirage! Dazzle!
Searing flame!
Start up!
Here I go! Raging storm! One more! This one's mine!
The fluidity of your movements is simply incredible.
This one's all mine!
Lunar corruption!
Dragon Form!
Power of water! Magic annihilation!
Its head is its weak point?
You'll need to bring it down somehow to hit it.
In that case, let's start with the one in the middle.
Begin! I'm not done! Lightning thrust! Start up!
Air thrust! The waters of creation!
Here I come! I'm not done!
Here's evil!
Mirage!
Freeze now! Freeze laser!
Dragon Form! Execution!
By the power of Collab! Vanish without a trace!
In a bind?
Celestial hammer!
Dragon Form!
Anything in armor is all
Laser
mine!
cyclone!
I'll
Smash you!
blood.
Burning strike! Glacial spear! Here's evil! Freeze laser!
The soil.
Wind astral energy! Lightning condemned!
This one's all mine! Eat dirt!
Illustrible God!
Mirage! Dragon Form! I'm ready! Doubling! In an instant! Impact Clock!
Heal my wearied companion.
I owe you one.
Freeze laser! Eat dirt!
Dragon Form!
Gale force!
City of Dark. Everlasting
Dragon
Dark.
Form!
Now, lunar corruption!
In a bind?
I'll be saving this one!
Try this!
Raging storm! Let's go! Here I go! One
Dragon
two!
Form!
Anything in armor is all
within the
mine.
soil.
Awaken and wreak havoc.
Here goes!
Unadulterated fury.
Explosive ring!
Burning water! Raging
Dragon
cascade!
Form!
Burning! A whirling struggle! Winds of heaven!
Explosive ring!
Burning! Cyclone!
Dragon
Magic
Form!
attack! Air thrust!
This one's all mine!
Lunar corruption! Seal!
Burn in hell!
Gemini Aqua! Let's get
Dragon
this
Form!
away! By the
Heal my weary companion.
Explosive ring!
Supernova!
In the soil.
Healing plasma by the power of flame! Vanish without a trace!
Dragon
Thanks, Shio.
Be careful not to
bind?
overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Soil. Awaken and wreak havoc. Armor won't save you.
Came between heaven and earth. Flood! A wailing! It's about to strike! This is in the sky!
Stop, everyone!
I never miss!
Dragon Form!
Bloody
Denied! Lunar corruption! A world... struggle! Gemini Aqua! Winds of heaven! First force!
on the wind. I'm gonna need more than that skin.
Recover waters of creation! Lunar mortal template!
Dragon! This one's all mine!
Free you of your power.
Burn!
Annihilation!
Dragon Form!
I'm going to need to use all the power of my hand in order to accomplish this.
Explosive ring!
Ready and ready. In a bind?
Hear me, flame under!
Now you see what I can do.
Watch yourself. Here's evil!
power.
Now!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
The hell was that thing?
Probably something that was made here and somehow managed to survive, even after all this time. Not that there's any way of knowing now.
What's wrong?
Oh, I just suddenly found myself contemplating what might have happened to the sovereigns that were meant to emerge from the crown contests.
What do you mean?
You see, the winners of the past crown contests were all strong astral arts practitioners. Furthermore, that enemy we just fought appeared to be composed of several human bodies. It was certainly nothing one would find in nature.
You're saying those were the remains of the winners? That they forgot who they once were?
I'm merely saying it's a possibility.
That's absolutely gruesome. How long had the Helganquil been at this?
It was Rena's great spirit that made them do all of this. Anything to get its astral energy.
We're not gonna jump down, right?
I certainly hope not.
After hearing Dohelium's suggestion, I'm honestly not sure what to say.
I assure you all, I was near...
So, looks like the Helganquil have been engineering Zeugles too. Why doesn't that surprise me at this point?
The creatures we've been encountering here have been a little different to what we're used to fighting. but I'm pretty sure they're Zeugles too.
Do you think they were engineered using creatures native to the area?
Indeed. However, based on the current circumstances, I would guess these Zeugles are all that's left of the planet's fauna now.
You mean, there might have been native owl species here once upon a time too?
We're back in that other room? Did the teleporter fail or something?
Something feels off about it.
Look! Everything's upside down!
The furnishings are, at least. No, you're right. The whole room's flipped on its head.
So what was one? Once down is now up, and vice versa. I suppose that teleporter reversed our orient. Then.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
I guess this is the flip side of that pathway we were walking on just a little while ago.
This is crazy. Who knew such amazing technology existed?
Everything's topsy-turvy and that's all...
Hi, Rudolph!
Here I come! Dragon form!
Leave the charges to me!
A wall to shield from calamity. Dragon form!
Okay.
Go for the weak point!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Here goes the waters of creation.
Incineration wave!
Let me
You apart! You're finished!
Let them be
Dragon form!
Where are you going? I'll be saving this one. By the power of water.
Take
By the power of flame. Magic is in. Crossblade.
Quantum ring! It's time! You picked the wrong fight!
A wailing blast.
You're mine! Dragon form!
Here's the evil. Now.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Everyone hanging in there?
What are those? They look like Shion's thorns, and with flowers too.
Not real ones, though. They're just like that flower growing out of Rena.
We must be getting close to the Great Spirit now.
Hey, Rinwell, what was that thing you said? About how a little bit of Dana's great spirit is inside all of us.
Right. That's why Dana's great spirit is so much more diluted. Weak, even. Whether it was a choice so it didn't overpower others, or just the way it is anyone's guess.
If that's true, then wouldn't it mean Dana's will could never form under natural conditions?
Yeah, sounds like that's probably the case.
So if Dana exists within all of us, then what if something occurred that brought everyone's hearts and minds together as one? That unity could potentially act as Dana's will.
You mean if everybody was, like, thinking the exact same thing at the exact same time? Come on, there's no way we could pull that off.
I know it's a long shot, but it might work.
Let's assume that's even possible for a second. Would it even be enough to fight back against Rena's great spirit?
If nothing else, it might be an option if we can't use the Rena's Alma.
Things are different here than on the surface.
That shows how deeply we've ventured into Rena.
And how close we've come to the real enemy.
So here's a question. We came all this way to Rena on the assumption the Rena's Alma's here, right?
Just don't say it, Law.
Yeah, but I'm just saying...
I said don't.
I can understand why you might be concerned, Law. But you need to remember that there are people it affects more directly than you.
Oh, sorry.
We've managed to make it this far believing. Losing faith now won't do us any good. We're better off focusing our anxiety elsewhere.
Such as?
The Great Spirit. If Hevrecht 35's to be believed, our enemy won't just be handing over the Rena's Alma to us. At least, not without a fight.
Not only that, but that same enemy just gulped down more than an entire world's worth of astral energy.
Point taken. It may be strange to say, but when I'm fighting, or at least know what needs to be done, it helps me a lot. I don't doubt myself as much. So thanks, both of you. The floor's on the ceiling and the ceiling's on the floor. This whole thing's making my head spin. Why would they even do something like this?
The Helganquil can bend life forms to suit their will. Nothing they could do at this point would surprise me.
The ceiling is on the floor. That doesn't weird you out?
What good is a team made up of members who all share the same opinions on everything? And besides, when you get to be at my ripe old age, one begins to consider it quite uncouth to show one's true emotions at times.
Oh, come on, Grandpa. You can't be that old.
The sands of time wait for none of us, lad.
Yeah, we'll see. Though at this rate, I guess I'll have to live long enough to get as old as you first, huh?
You will. And when the time comes, I look forward to hearing you change your tune on the matter.
Hey, what do you say we fight that shining enemy?
Little help!
Grant me the strength to march on! Lion Heart!
Surrounding us!
You're mine! Dragon Form!
Airborne target.
Explosive ring!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
I'm not done! Dragon Form!
Does it hurt?
A chain between heaven and earth. A wailing Dandia!
Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone! Here I come!
Leave the enemy's arms to me!
No complaints here!
Now!
In an instant! Impact block! We work well together. Like a finally
The waters of creation! Dance immortal droplet!
Spirits within the
Dragon
soil.
form!
Sleep now! Where are you going? Get ready now together!
Rending you apart!
Now!
In an instant! Impact block!
Raging cascade!
Dragon form!
Now! Astral energy!
Say no more.
I'll heal you
Not a
all!
chance! Stardust! Heal!
Healing circle!
I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
By the power of the Keep calm and take them down!
Dragon form!
Tidal wave!
Do it! Rending you apart! Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade! Not a chance!
Go! Air blast and
Dragon
the
form!
waters of creation! Dance immortal droplet!
They smite the blackened blade!
Tidal wave!
No escape!
Blah blah blah! That's it!
Here I come!
Lethal fury!
Struck!
Glacial spear! Pierce evil!
It's
Freeze
over!
lancer! Wind astral energy! We don't have firearms here on Dana.
I can show you mine if you like.
That would be really awesome, Leon.
Dragon form!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Right, here goes! In a bind? Dragon Piston!
Power of water!
Explosive ring! Burn!
I'll
smash you!
Without a trace!
Strike!
Concentration!
Try this!
Explosion!
Barrier! Thanks!
I'll heal you all! Photon flash! Dance in the wheeling circle! Air thrust!
Take
Photon flash! Thanks for the healing!
Watch yourself, okay?
Yeah, you too! Air thrust! In the sky is mine! Reload!
Dragon form! Pile driver!
Lunar correct! This one's mine!
Captivity!
Shield!
I'll stop it, charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Now or never! Dragon!
Lightning condemned! Water! Here I come!
Eat dirt!
Thunderblade! A chain between heaven and
Dragon
earth!
form!
Pierce evil! A wailing
this.
banshee of lightning! Freeze lancer!
Explosive ring!
Now!
Remote!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Got it!
Here's a healing
Now! Dragon form!
First aid!
Take this! I owe you one!
Thunderblade! Illuminating! Pierce evil! Holy Clipper!
Smash you!
Holy Land! Freeze lancer! Chain between heaven and earth!
Such unadulterated spirit.
Incineration wave!
Banshee of lightning!
Can't end here!
Don't
Resonate
leave me!
with the earth! Dragon form! I'll face you! Elusive shield!
I owe you, Tion.
Healing is what my arts do best.
All mine.
Behold! The earth pulse! Tectonic vision!
The flames will roar!
Rhapsody of darkness!
Burning
Dragon
fire!
form! Try this!
Flame! Freeze lancer!
Captain
Blah,
Ring!
blah, blah. Air thrust! One more! Out!
Can't get out of this!
Lightning!
All
Death
violence are
Are you ready? Remote!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
I need to be stronger. Zoogles here are putting up a real fight.
That just goes to show how important this place is.
Or perhaps they simply thrived freely here.
The astral energy here is so dense. It's like trying to walk through water.
I know the Great Spirit's will is in the center of Rena, but with the world in this state, the entire planet has become its body, right? So doesn't that mean we're already inside it?
I would say that is horrifyingly correct. After all, the further we climb, the denser the astral energy becomes.
What's the matter, Rinwell? Are you not feeling all right?
No, it's nothing like that. It just feels like the energy here is a little more intense than it was before.
You mean Rena's energy?
Yeah. It's like when I made contact with Dana's will in the wedge. It's almost as though I can understand what Rena's will is thinking.
But Rena's will is supposed to be a lot stronger. Aren't we risking the Great Spirit controlling us if we interact with it directly?
I don't think we have to worry about that. Rena's will is only supposed to control true Renans, like the Helganquil. If we can discern what the Great Spirit is thinking too, we might learn something, a weakness. But just to be safe, let me contact it alone.
Are you insane? Rinwell, you're gonna...
Rinwell!
There was only meant to be one world. And your goal is to make them one. Is this fear? What just happened?
Are you all right? Rinwell? Rinwell, are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I think.
What were you thinking? You could have gotten yourself killed!
He's right. You had us all terrified, Rinwell.
I'm sorry. I really am. But I know now. I know how the Great Spirit thinks. I know what it wants, how it feels. Rena's Great Spirit wants to complete the world.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying it's trying to make something?
Yes, exactly. Originally, Dana and Rena were meant to be one world. But that never happened. They've stayed separated, and the Great Spirit wants to finish the process.
What do you mean, one world? How is that even possible?
I don't know, but its will is clear. That's what the Great Spirit is trying to accomplish. The only problem is that since Rena's energy isn't evenly spread like Dana's, it seems like it'll vanish before that happens naturally.
So it's trying to absorb Dana while it still can, so that it can force the two planets to unite. Is that what you're saying?
The Great Spirit is scared. But it's not scared the way a rational person would be. It's more raw and undiluted, like just pure fear.
Like an animal, acting out of instinct. Although admittedly, an animal would be easier to communicate with. At the very least, I have my doubts that it recognizes us as sentient beings with a reason for coming here. Earth, water, fire, and wind energy exist in both worlds, but only darkness and light can be found within Rena and Dana, respectively. The Renis Alma, as far as we know, the only host capable of harvesting the astral energy, is composed of all six. Knowing all that, Rinwell's findings do sound plausible.
That sounds a lot like Shion's thorns, doesn't it? The whole reason the Great Spirit is trying to unite Dana and Rena into one world is in order to save itself. And if her thorns are part of the Great Spirit, then they must also be trying to save themselves?
Alphen, what is it?
We thought the only way to free your thorns was for you to die. Yet despite that, they seem to be doing everything in their power to stop that from happening to you. Something wasn't adding up. But then I just realized something. If the Great Spirit doesn't want to die, then neither would your thorns. Those same emotions, that fear, that determination, and its energy must have been the same thing that was keeping you alive. You were its vessel.
In that case, is that why her thorns caused so much pain to anyone who touched her? Because they were trying to protect themselves?
If that's all true, then... well, it's more than a little ironic.
The Great Spirit merely expresses its desires. I imagine it was the Helganquil who were likely tasked with putting together and implementing an actual plan.
Shion.
I'm okay. We need to hurry and clean this mess up before it gets out of hand.
Still, even if the current state of the world is wrong like you said, does that really make everything okay?
If the world had been whole from the start, as it should have been, there'd be no Dana and no Rena, no masters or slaves, no lords, no crown contest, maybe just peace.
To think, all this started because of the Great Spirit's desire to keep living. The only reason it craves energy is because it's dying from starvation. When you think about it like that, maybe the things it's done aren't so strange after all.
If Rena had been more like Dana, things would have worked out a whole lot better.
It's like Hevrecht 35 told us. The Danan and Renan spirits are meant to be completely different beings.
Rena's energy amassing in one place led to its developing a powerful will. But that also made it crave energy, sapping Rena dry until it perished.
Whereas Dana's energy is dispersed, meaning its will never developed to the same extent. And without that hunger, Dana the planet was spared.
As for which is correct, well, I'm not sure it's our place to even say. Still, I can't help but think it reminds me a lot of the dichotomy of the human condition.
Dichotomy? What do you mean?
Those who know not satisfaction are driven to keep devouring without limit. But those who are content with their lot in life rarely fulfill their potential. I imagine it's likely that the larger Rena's Great Spirit grew, the more and more powerful its hunger also became.
Everything in moderation. When all's said and done, maybe that's the hardest thing for people to learn.
Courteous son.
This one's all mine!
I'll shoot them out of the sky!
Try this!
Go for the weak point!
Burn! Dragon Swarm!
Here's a healing arm!
Explosive ray!
Where are you going? It's weakened! There you go!
This ends
So
now!
long! I need to use all the power of my healing arts to
Dragon
accomplish
Swarm!
it.
You take this!
Blah, 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 that's
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Steel Force! Gemini Ultimate! Let's go! Lightning Contest!
I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block! I can feel my power growing!
we go on this planet, there are machines littered everywhere.
It's impressive to look at as a bystander, but I sure wouldn't want to live here with all of this around.
I know what you mean. There are no fish here. I couldn't cook any of my delicious dinners for you all if we lived here.
Clearly the worst point against it.
Go no further!
Take this! No escape! It's over! I owe you one. The shield from calamity. Barrier! Now I can look. Dragon Form!
Here I come!
Explosive ring!
A whirling struggle!
Not today!
Winds of heaven! Burst forth!
It's too much! Another incantation ruined.
Thanks, Kisara!
Far enough!
Purge malevolence! Blah, blah, blah! Mega ray! Here! Annihilation! By the power of praise!
No, I think I'm coming down to... Great.
A chronic inability to read the room?
A malady your art cannot fix.
Not in your street!
Dragon Form!
In the wind!
Try
Rain
this!
here! Now!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
Take this!
Here's evil!
Dragon Form!
That'll bring you down!
I'll face you! Dragon Form! A wall to shield from calamity! Barrier! Explosive ring!
Here's the waters of creation!
No!
Thanks for the healing!
I couldn't make it in time.
Yeah, you too! No more Miss Nice Girl!
Everyone keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Good! Leave it to you! Explosive ring!
Here's evil! I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar! Will this help?
Dragon Form!
Raging Cascade!
Explosive ring! This one's all mine!
Get on in there with
Dragon Form!
Magic is there! Holy Land! Here's a healing heart! All day!
Dragon Form!
Blind you into stuff! Hear me! Do it!
Remote!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Got it!
Well done!
Leave the targets to me.
Take that!
Dragon Form! Not today!
The waters of creation!
In a bind?
Freeze Lantern!
Dragon Form! Try this!
Now!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Remember to tell me if you need healing.
I expect you'll be in high demand if that's the case.
They're surrounding us!
Grant me
Fire
the
the
Dragon Form!
Where are you going?
Take
Corruption!
Explosive ring!
Gemini Aqua!
I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Outreach!
It's time to end!
I'm right beside you!
Looks like it could be worth something.
Go no further!
Dragon Form! A wall to shield from calamity! Here I come! Dragon Swarm! Try harder! Dragon Swarm! Try this! This one's all mine!
I don't even know the word defeat.
Vacuum Blade!
Can you take it?
Incineration Blade!
Deity!
You picked the wrong fight!
Eagle Ray!
Here I
Take
go!
this!
Take this! Strike! Tap! You're finished!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Between heaven and earth. This one's mine.
Dragon
A wailing Gandhi
Rhapsody of Darkness!
Take this! Divine Radiant! The
Dragon Swarm!
Amazing.
Dance Immortal Doublet!
In a bind?
Tidal Wave! Now!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! I'm practically unstoppable. So those thorns of Shion's, they're really a part of Rena's great spirit?
Most likely. But only a small fragment of it in the big picture. I don't sense a will of its own emanating from them.
If it's that insignificant, is there that much point getting rid of it? From calamity.
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Elton!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you!
Burn in hell!
Thank you for the healing, Doubling.
Comrades need our ability to survive.
Right. No one is dying on our watch.
Take this! Strike!
Got it!
Dragon Swarm!
Now's our chance!
Try this! Dragon Swarm! Try this! Explosive Ring!
This one's mine! Sleep now!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Explosive Ring!
Heaven! Burn off! Here!
Take this! Dragon Swarm!
I'm going to need to use all the
Explosive Ring!
power of my healing arts to accomplish this.
In a bind?
This one's all mine!
Raging Cascade!
Not today! Dragon Swarm!
Here!
Explosive Ring!
Ready to go! Do it! Astral Energy!
Say no more! Shot!
Well done!
Dragon Swarm!
Far beyond the darkest sky!
Try this!
Water, hear my pain!
Explosive Ring!
Now!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
So I still had room to grow.
A dead end, huh?
Why don't we just use this?
Wait!
Jeez! Don't scare me like that! What, is there something wrong with it?
No, it's not that. It's just... this is it. Whatever it is, we're about to find out.
It's the moment of truth. There's no turning back now till we've won. Either we get through this, or we vanish along with the rest of the world as we know it. Is everyone ready?
We've come this far. I'm not about to turn tail now. I say we knock this thing out and head back home.
It's time to relegate the past to where it belongs. It's been a long journey getting here, but it ends now.
No, this isn't the end. Once we've overthrown the old order, there's still the task of creating a new world.
A world without divisions, where no one cares whether you're Danon or Renan, or if you have magic or not. You're right. We have to win this. Woohoo!
Let's get going then. After all, our future awaits.
Our future. One free of tyranny and exploitation. For the freedom to live with those we hold dear. And for a new era. Let's go! Hold on. Are we on that giant flower?
We're finally here then.
But then, where is the core of the Great Spirit? Or the Renaissance, for that matter?
According to Hevrek 35, this should be where we find the core.
Rinwell, do you sense anything?
This is definitely where the energy of the Great Spirit is strongest, but what's giving off the most energy is the flower we're standing on.
That said, we're not gonna be able to destroy something this huge. You want me to hit it and see what happens?
Hey, look!
The Renaissance!
Is that like Dana's astral energy? But why?
What?
Stay sharp! Something's coming!
Once it's gone, it has so much anger.
saying that this is the Great Spirit's core?
And in order to fight us, it's taken on this form?
My thorns. I feel them whirling inside me. They're getting restless. I'm certain of it. This is the source of my thorns, and of my visions. This is the darkness that will consume all existence.
What do we do now? The Renaissance was inside that thing. And I don't think we'll win this fight without it.
We have to get it back. We will find a way somehow.
Agreed. And now that it has a physical form, cutting through it's what we'll do.
Great Spirit, I understand you want to live. You've made that very clear. However, if you're planning on destroying everything, then first,
You'll have to get through us. Everyone, let's go!
We're not energy for you to consume, and we're not puppets for you to control!
Only humankind has a right to determine their own future. We will never let something like you take that away from us.
I'm sorry, but we won't let you take any more away from us. We'll do whatever it takes to stop you.
I fight to quell the sounds of anguish from our world, that it may be filled with joy and peace once again.
Give it back. Give it all back. Give us back our world and give me back my own life.
Once and for all, we're going to end centuries of terror and death. Right here, right now.
Banana, let's go!
Explosive ring!
By the power of flame! Finish with the
The
flame!
fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
Air drop!
is that a healing art?
It is. I can't ignore the pain.
I'll try to be more careful.
They're not playing around. Water, hear my call.
Explosive ring!
Here goes lightning
Is
strike.
this it?
Not done yet!
No
further.
Holy laser! Rise and shine! A wailing beauty of lightning divine!
Spirits within the soil, awaken and wreak havoc!
Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Glacial spear!
Dragon
Pierce
form!
evil!
Begin!
The waters of creation! Freeze Lancer! Dance immortal confine!
Dragon form!
This one's mine!
Don't suffer in silence.
This will come in handy!
Explosive
Watch
ring!
your back! By the power of
The enemy wields art too.
We'll soon see about that!
What in the world is this round thing?
That attack. Is this a Lord's handiwork?
I'm past being surprised.
I say we destroy it, and quick!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop me dying?
Ah, right.
Holy land! Now for something special!
Dragon form! Eat dirt!
Let me free you of your power.
The art expert coming through!
Dragon form!
You're really, really strong, Alvin!
I'm just trying to do the best I can.
Still, it's reassuring to have you around.
As impressive as always.
Here I hope that was improved.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look flustered.
Dragon
I can
form!
do this all day! By the power of war!
Dragon form!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! The waters of creation! Dance,
Dragon
mortal
form!
goblet! Maleficent be
Dragon!
gone!
This one's all mine!
Dispel!
Eat dirt!
Will this
Dragon form!
now?
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! My turn! Heal!
In a bind,
I owe you, Xion.
Healing is what my arts do best.
All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
Dragon form!
captivity,
Try this!
such unadulterated fury.
Explosive ring!
Magic is there! Freeze laser! Recover!
Heal! Dragon
between heaven and earth. A
Explosive
whirling
ring!
canopy of lightning.
Vacuum blade!
Divine shape. A whirling struggle. Spirit flame.
Transform! Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
After all that, it's still standing. Just how strong is this thing?
It doesn't matter. We just have to keep kicking its ass until it bites the dust.
The Great Spirits!
Damn, must have been conserving its energy for an escape.
That bastard took off with the Renaissance!
We can't stand here and wait for it to come back. We'll have to follow it through there.
You're right. I don't like it, but we've got no choice.
Yeah. No matter what, we can't let it get away.
All right, let's go.
I'm surprised we can stand here at all. What in the hell is this place?
Beats me. I've never seen anything like it. More importantly, where's the Great Spirit?
Look! Over there!
What in the world? It's changing shape?
Oh, this is bad. It looks like it's regaining all of its energy. It's going to grow even bigger than before.
Damn it. Come on, we've got to find a way to...
Watch out! Something's heading our way!
Guess they're here to try to stop us. There's so many of them.
That means we've got it running scared. Let's take these out and keep moving!
Get out of our way already!
I didn't expect such base tactics from a supreme being.
You can't assume we're fighting something that thinks like a human!
Whatever it is, it's wasting time that we don't have.
Yeah, not only that, but that thing is getting bigger by the minute.
It's starting to slow down the more it grows. We should be able to catch up soon enough.
We just need to hold on. Stay strong, everyone, and stand your ground!
Freeze Lancer! In here!
No further!
Dragon, this one's all mine!
Feel!
Eat this!
More for the stockpile! Blah, blah, blah!
Dragon form!
Reload! I can do all day! Lunar corruption! Blah, blah, blah! By the power of Freeze Lancer! You get the best
Vacuum blade!
A whirling struggle! Blah, blah, blah!
Incineration wave!
Feel!
I can carve through worm hole!
Let's see what my art can do! Rise and shine!
Now or never. In a bind?
Resurrection! Just what I needed!
The flame inside me! You're
Let
free!
Supernova!
Dragon Doubly! In an instant! Impact block!
Raging
Now,
Cascade!
here I
to the
come.
fray!
Sanguine blood!
Dance in the wind! We
Explosive
fly
ring!
radiant blood! Here! More to the stockpile!
Dragon
Champion
form!
swirl! More with the
Try
hit
this.
from Flame of Fury!
Explosive
The waters of creation! Now!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops!
Brace yourselves! We're going to crash!
We caught up to it!
Hold on. Why did it stop absorbing the energy from Dana?
Like it or not, it lacks the means to do so whilst fighting us. We've become the bigger threat and forced its hand.
All right then. Let's get to work so we can take back the Renaissance.
This madness ends! Right here, right now! And this time, we really mean it!
We've all come so far. We've faced so much. We can't get through this. Together.
Naturally, we are all leaving this fight alive.
Hell, I'm just getting warmed up. You ain't seen nothing yet.
The Great Spirit's getting desperate. So stay on your toes, everyone.
Illuminate! The dark! Come forth, holy glimmer!
Its power is overwhelming.
Then let's whittle down that thing's power. Go!
Right. Let's start with the arm.
Let's do this, Law!
Leave it to me!
Everyone, I'm counting on you.
Dragon Form!
Catapult!
Law!
You and me!
From here on out! We did it!
Yeah!
Dragon Form! Try this!
Amazing! All that astral energy!
I don't like the look of this.
We have to stop it! And fast! You're mine!
On your in a bind.
Dragon Form!
Dohalim!
No more dithering.
Our future begins here!
Always impressive.
I guess that makes two of us then.
Captivity!
Now all that's left is the middle!
Let's do it!
Who wants to annihilate fear? More of an
Dragon
attack!
Form!
Who wants to die next? Too much to hit? No? Dance in the wind! In here!
Dragon Form!
Water! Hear my call! I'll be saving this one!
Ah! You picked the wrong fight!
Blood! Champion
Dragon Form!
Meditate! Between heaven and earth! Violent clouding wind!
Dragon Form! Now try this! Explosive ring!
Can't get out of this.
Into the shadows!
Dragon Form!
By the power of flame!
Try this!
Vanish without a trace!
Explosive ring! We did it!
Rotating pile driver! I'm ready! More with that kick!
Listen to it! Dragon Form!
Where
Where
are you going?
to be let free! Ignite! Dragon Form! Shield!
This is it!
This ends now!
Alphen!
Yeah! We're both fine. We're going to start the ceremony now, before it can recover. Shion.
Yeah.
returned, just as I told you I would.
Hurry! The Great Spirit is reviving itself!
Absorbing the Great Spirit!
Apologies. I can't suppress it for very long.
Hand it over right now. You plan to use this to defeat the Great Spirit. Which is precisely why I'm here. Stand aside and watch. So then you know how to destroy the Great Spirit. Just as well as you and your sorry lot. The Great Spirit that tried to control me will be annihilated. I won't let you do that! Yet do it I shall. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. You bastard! I shall fulfill my duty as a ruler. With this power, I'll bury that woman and the Great Spirit. Then this charade will finally end. Save everyone. And Sion! Silence. I'll tear you apart, slay the girl and the Great Spirit, and erect a fortress of death over both worlds. What do you get from this? When you have all that power, what will you do? My dominion shall reign over all existence. Nothing else matters. That's it? This is so you can rule over all existence just because? Despicable as they were, even the other lords, even the Great Spirit had a future in mind. But you had nothing, only death. So what? It matters little to me. You are pathetic, truly pathetic. And you're not. You are a failure, empty. A sovereign who couldn't even die in his own time as he was meant to. You're right. I used to wonder why I was still alive after so long. There are things in this world, in the here and now, that are worth protecting. That's why I'm still here. And I won't let you take them away! You will stop at my hand! Dragon form! Stop! This should do it! This one's all mine! Die already! Dragon form! Burn in hell! Dragon form! You control others to keep from being controlled, but that's a path of never-ending hatred! Don't you understand? It can only end in destruction. The only way to avoid it is with forgiveness! The words of a coward. The weakness disgusts me! You're wrong. It takes true power to forgive! I have no use for forgiveness. The strong shall always triumph here. You say that because you've been alone so long. If you had someone, anyone to turn to, a single friend, someone to love, people who would support and guide you, you can't have been alone your whole life. Remember, there's the lashes of whips. Each strike spreading a skein of fire across my back. The masters who killed slaves for sport. And the slaves who sacrificed their compatriots that they might live. There is no love, no friendship. Not there or anywhere else. Is there no way you can see this differently? Enough! You gamble the fate of this world to save a single life, and yet I am the evil one? How utterly ridiculous. It's true. Maybe it is selfish of me to want to save her, but I swore that I would let no one else be sacrificed in this battle. I can't bear to see her die. You and I are so much more alike than I had ever imagined. No, we're not! I want a world built on kindness, on giving, on warmth. You take and destroy. I'm nothing with you. Power is all! Blending blast! Explosive ring! Truth of it! All others shall be banished! Explosive ring! The blazing sword, with the power Shion has bestowed upon me. I'll take you down! Burn! Die already! Explosive ring! It's over! You are the last obstacle impeding my progress! Die! That's my line! I'll show you the limits of your solitude! What you've done is evil. There's no denying that. I know you didn't walk your path out of weakness, but merely from misguided strength. Misguided because you were alone. Because you had no friends to keep you on the straight and narrow. No one to use all that strength for, other than yourself. That loneliness could make a monster out of anyone. Out of me. I understand. And I forgive you, Volrun. I don't need your victor's pity. And you can choke on your vain forgiveness. Don't! You wish to save this world? To make your selfish dreams into reality? If you choose to walk that path, you choose a path of betrayal, despair, and corruption. And in the darkness at the end, I'll be waiting for you! Volrun! I'm sorry. The Renaissance is...
Yes. But you still possess the blazing sword. It may not be quite as strong as the Renaissance, but nonetheless...
I can't! I would never! It would kill you!
My thorns, they're... Soon the great astral spirit will break free. And when that happens, no one will be spared. But there's still time. You can still destroy the thorns. And me with them.
That's exactly what we've been fighting to prevent. I promised I would find a way to save you.
You did. I know. But I don't want you to die either. So please, don't let me be the end of the world.
That's it. Look! The path Dana's energy flowed through is still open. We can use it to call out to Dana's will!
Alphen, what are you saying?
Don't you remember? Rinwell said there was a little bit of Dana's will inside all of us. If there is a way everyone can come together to form Dana's will, then maybe we can ask for it to help us, to find us a way out of this.
Are you really saying that if all of Dana thinks of saving us, it will become the will of the planet itself? That's madness.
Maybe so, but it's the only way we can save you. And the only way to save Rena, too.
To save Rena?
That's right. Rena's will never had evil intent. If we're saving everyone, that includes them. I don't want to live in a world without you, Xion. And I'm tired of living a life built on death.
Alphen, I'm with you.
Collective will of Dana, hear my plea! I want to save Xion! And I want to save Rena too! I want to end this cycle of one joy, constantly being sacrificed for another's pain! So please, grant us your strength!
Let's go!